side, and, well, that one is not going to be able to make his escape, although Zai walks away from Ring.
Oh, another!
And look at all this damage that's building up. They kill off Arteezy. They do bring down the Sand King, but lose their carry in turn, and Sumail now trying to make something happen, see if he can kill off Puppey. Another round of Impetus, S4 trying to run away. He's taking a lot of damage. They do kill off the Ogre. Mid-1 shows up as well now. A flurry of action.
Doesn't have the leash, though. Need the arrow.
Connects. Well played. YapzOr making it happen, but able to get that Remnant out. They did not have the pounce for the follow-up.
Yeah, no Shrine ready, though. So that's going to be EG licking their wounds for quite a while. And yeah, that damage coming from Zai, just not able to Quelling Blade the other sentry, but then setting up for another arrow there from YapzOr, who's having a pretty good start here. 0-0-2, not really telling the full story of how much pressure he's been putting onto EG, as now Nisha takes the tower right in Arteezy's face, and Shikuchi's back in time for the bounty.
And the net worth lead continues to grow, 5,000 now, into the favor of Secret, who are just doing everything right.
We talked about how there's this late game threat for sure from EG. I mean, they're getting all these stacks. There's some net worth sitting inside their jungle, but what if they get pressured? What if Secret come in here and take this all away from you? Then your game's just done.
Yeah, true enough. It is a little bit different, though, at the very least, since Mid-1 went for this Midas. Might be a little bit slowed down on the pressure, but these heroes just naturally come online faster, and that's where the Sand King really comes into play.
YapzOr here, but I don't think there's any follow-up. Yeah, he's just kind of leaped his way out of there after the disruption. Yeah, once he takes his tower, he's just heading in there. I think he's just going to make this his home and try and force Arteezy as well as Sumail down to that dire triangle instead.
Thankfully for EG, Sumail is going to be able to finish off those stacks. Clears through them with the help of the Empower. But now the question is, how do Secret invade the jungle? They have a smoke going to be switched back over into the inventory. Takes a moment.
Look at this. The gang.
They're just hanging out, man.
They got the smoke. Here we go.
They know where Sumail's going to be, and they're heading right there.
Yeah, they have an observer ward down bottom that's seeing where Arteezy's farming.
Scan as they walk up to high ground. Sumail, does he have a Remnant out? Doesn't look like it. He throws one now, but Puppey is going to sit on that.
All right, here we go. The Force the Fire Blast, the arrow.
An arrow comes out. It's all done perfectly, and it looks like they find the kill on Sumail.
Tic-tac-toe.
Dude, Secret just worked them.
What a setup there from Secret. They are just firing here. 5K lead, 5-5, but it ain't even.
No. 5,000 gold lead. That's the other 5 that's hanging out to the side. Now, granted, EG have ridiculous physical damage if they can find that control. The other problem that they've really got is just this Enchantress has not been able to get that much done.
Well, you said before, Crits had these incredible games, and you give him the mag, and it's tough, right? Even if he finds this RP, that's once every 2 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, this isn't a flashy hero for him that can get things moving across the map. He has to wait, you know? He has to rely on Sumail and Arteezy to carry him.
This could be good, though, if they can get this catch on the mid-1.
Can they, though?
They're thinking about it. Disruption to open up, and now Arteezy moving in. They need a lot of damage, but yeah, Shadow Dance just walks away. And
yeah, always get one.
That's both of your cores.
Time to get the dust. Fly plants down his last sentry and says, I need some last hits here, guys, because dust is expensive.
Well, that is going to be 5-5. That one with the Moonlight Shadow able to escape and now go for initiation afterwards. Dodges the arrow, but Fly just walks into it.
Man, it is such an expensive game here for the supports, and this is not a GPM hero here for Fly, not a GPM hero here for Crit, so you need Dust for everybody else, you need Sentries for the Slark because of the Dark Pact. How are you going to keep tracking this Moonlight Shadow? Plus, you've got the limit on the Sentries, which is another reason why Mirana has started to become a little bit more powerful of a hero. Now smoked up again here, getting very aggressive. Oh, that Slight hit a few more than he expected. And he got out of there.
Immediate reaction. That's a blink reveal. So EG dodging away from the gank, although Zai walks up to the high ground in a lot of trouble. Arteezy just finds him, can they get the kill in time? The arrow connects and the Burrow Strike comes through. Zai living, man. Well, on the other side, not looking like it's gonna happen. Arteezy, he needs to get a couple more crits here. Puppey very low, but they kill off the PA again, and mid-1 lives through it all. The Shockwave pulls back, able to find that one kill, and S4 now throwing out those impetus shots, trying to find a finish for his team. A triple kill for YapzOr though, and Nisha just running away. Needs a couple more long duration situation, but he's invis away, and 4 dead for Evil Geniuses.
The kill on the mid one was pretty huge, though. I did not think they were going to get it. But Arteezy getting a couple nice crits there with the help of the Empower. Makes that a 4 for 3. It still favors EG in terms of gold, but the fact that the PA and Ember are going down, they're not going to be farming this whole time. And now a potential kill here on S4.
And he's just dropping all the magical damage in the world, and EG don't have an answer. They're going to take down this tier 1 tower. It feels like the story of this game in a way is Evil Geniuses just needing to hold off. But I'm not sure if they're going to have what it takes.
They do not have wave clear. They don't have spam. When you're this far behind, this is very scary stuff. Sumail's going for drums. He knows he's going to have to combat build here.
On the other side, we do see the Remnant forward just going to try and...
I think they're only going to get 1 bounty rune again.
Yeah.
Hubby gets the D ward. They're scared. And the lead grows. The rich get richer.
This is so often the story of these games. Almost 3,000 bounty gold going the way of Secret. You can see 11 bounties there with 750 all that EG's been able to collect at this point in the game. And that's only a portion of the net worth difference between these two teams.
You gotta think losing those big games, the mental toll, maybe leading to mistakes here.
And Arteezy again caught back behind. He's in this freaking tier 2, it feels like. And, well, they are gonna call off the charge, but Secret are just leaving no stone unturned in this quest for pressuring EG. Mid one already having that drums done. S4 looking to make something happen, walking into his own jungle, but does not look like they'll be able to find a pickoff. Nisha, maybe a bit far forward, but he is underneath his own team's vision.
He is not worried this game.
Yeah.
A Manta this game is pretty much a BKB when it comes to stuns and control, right? Like, you're gonna get like RP'd anyway. Other than that, though, if he can just Manta his way out of the Searing Chains.
Oh my God, look at this. It's 16 minutes in, it's
I don't blame it. It's not wrong, man. And this game is out of control.
The thing that's so crazy about this, too, is if you consider, you know, what PPD was saying during the panel, right? Like this, it felt like EG outdrafted them both games. And this one, it just has not gone the way they wanted at all. 9,000 gold lead at 16 minutes. Secret doing everything that they want and a little bit more.
Yeah, lane matchups just going extremely well for Secret, and then the key after that is to just make sure you don't make mistakes. Uncharacteristic errors in the first 2 games. This looks more like the Secret that you expect, clinical here, as they're taking EG to school.
And mid one sitting top of the net worth, place he has not been so far this series, it feels like. And on a hero that definitely can make people shudder.
All right, Dota, you got Arteezy now. Up to the Deso, right? That's a long investment, finally coming to fruition with the power of the Empower. I've seen a couple games like this, you know? The PA, not the hero you want to have to tango with when you're so far ahead. The game feels free, everything seems fine, and suddenly she crits through your heroes and you lose a team fight out of nowhere.
Okay. And that's going to depend upon Crit finding those big initiations. And he is almost towards that Blink Dagger as
Crits
well.
on crits on crits, you know?
Yes. With Crit to help.
Perfect.
Arrow comes out, disruption, going to be fine. That is another nice part of this draft as well, is you've got some pretty decent save. The Atos on Mirana, kind of an interesting adaptation from Yapzor.
Just another thing to worry about for the PA and the Ember, as well as just giving them some tools to play against S4 too. So.
Oh, EG smoked up. What are they going to accomplish with this one? They've got their eyes sort of on Zai, but back towards the mid. Mid one is going to be running through, and well, a little bit of trepidation coming out from EG. This smoke doesn't look like it's going to accomplish that much.
Yeah, and now Secret's still just sitting with the Moonlight Shadows. They got their own pseudo smoke every once in a while if they want to try and play aggressive and flex their lead.
Yeah.
But currently they're waiting on that Diffusal Blade as mid one finishes it in the mid lane here on that last creep.
And it felt like they were going for that play with the DD on the Ember Spirit, see if they could find a fight. If not, just back out afterwards. Try and wait for those BKBs, which both cores are now queuing up.
And likely the same story for mid one here soon too, right?
Yeah. Throwing out an impetus shot. Causes a little bit of trouble. I like, by the way, how S4 doesn't have the Mortal equipped, because I feel like the rainbows show off a little bit better. This is like, it's a hidey way. You know what I mean?
Tactical.
Exactly.
Are you accusing of pay to lose here?
It's a possibility.
Careful now, Gabe. Keep
fair.
your job. All cosmetics are amazing and make you play better. Don't forget to get your signed Trove Carib. Has anyone ever flexed that in the middle of a cast?
I don't think so. You're first,
When
man.
there's a 9K lead, there's only so much you can do.
10-8. As you said, 9K lead. Secret playing this one safe, not needing to go too far forward and get caught out of position, because that's the big thing, right? The Blink Dagger's just now complete for crit. Do you think that EG try and make a move with that, or do they have to wait for BKBs?
I think they're playing defensively, waiting for BKBs. If there is some sort of aggression from Secret, they'll go for the RP, but maybe they're going to try and at least scout out their jungle here, try and regain some control. Seems to be the movement that they've got going on. They are keeping steady, right? It's been a 9K lead for a while.
Oh, and he breaks the smoke, and they don't get the chains, and mid one just walks away. Oh, God. That one hurts. That one hurts a lot.
And he had that sentry. He knew that sentry was there too, right?
Yeah.
And now they missed the sentry on the high ground too.
Secret gonna pick up 3 bounty runes, it looks like. Okay, that's a good one. They pull him back in, trying to find mid one, able to get into the Shadow Dance.
No mana there on crit. Also, wasn't sure about the Dark Pack, didn't want to go for the RP, so.
Yeah, understandable. So, 20-minute mark.
In the
double
meantime,
that.
they're losing control of the lanes. Nisha up top, the rest of the crew in the middle, arrowing the catapult, speeding things up here with the Bloodlust. Hard to push that bottom tier 1 without losing a lot. And Nisha, he wants to put the maximum threat here of the top lane into play.
Force people back. The Ember not wanting to have to deal with this. Does not have, ended up going for the phase boots, not going for any boots of travel early on to try and deal with this pressure. And in the meantime, Arteezy is going to pressure down the tier 1 tower in the bottom lane. Get his team a little bit more gold and get him closer to the
I mean,
BKB.
they even commit a scan though, and they're still just losing the mid tower. Mid one is poking and prodding. They're gonna take at least 600 damage on that tier 3 top. All things going the way of Team Secret as EG continue the path towards BKBs.
Well, and again, you think about what happens when those BKBs do eventually come out. You've got the RP available for your high ground defense with the Blink Dagger done on crit. A lot of ways to try and bait out reactions, with whether it's the Sleight of Fist or the chains or what have you. But it does kind of feel like EG are just going to have to play defense.
I like that Secret are playing very quick though, right? They're not resting on their laurels at all. They've taken all the tier 2s in the top area. I think a lot of times throughout this group stage, we've seen teams get a similar lead, but not press it this much. They've kind of left that like mid tier 2. Maybe they take the top one nice and early, but they are really putting the strangle onto EG right now.
Looking maybe to try and keep that pressure on as they take down Roshan. They do have a couple of other items that could get picked up. Still Mjolnir if they wanted to on the...
I think with an Aegis, I like that.
I mean, it might just be worth it just to go. And they're going to go for the Moonlight Shadow play to start it all off. Who can they find? BKB's just now completed for EG.
Both?
At least the PAs.
PA, not the Ember yet though, but the Ember, a little bit more survival, has an Arcane Rune still too.
Yeah.
I think he just popped one. Yeah, this guy's getting Arcane Runes everywhere.
Well, S4 showing mid. Does not look like Secret want to jump on him. Maybe anticipating a bait play. Down bottom, Zai is scouting out Arteezy.
They're trying their own bait play down here.
This could be big.
Then he sees the Fresh and Power.
All right, need to be careful. Arteezy just going to jump away. They force out the rotation from Zai, and that looks like it's enough from EG to decide to back out.
Unfortunately for them, Zai has bots. So he's the one who's trying to keep this pressure up and let them play fast.
And look out, S4 gets caught by the arrow. Arteezy going to throw one dagger of his own, and now trying to back away.
Double
S4
bracer,
taking a lot.
medallion,
It's not untouchable.
Dragon Lance.
It's keeping him survivable.
1,620 HP.
It's hard to kill the inch.
18 wand charges. S4 has arrived, but of course his game it's not really an offlaner game.
It's true.
He's a jacked up support at this point. He's behind Yapsor. Okay, now he's ahead. Okay, and then behind, and then ahead.
Go back and forth. I will say one thing that's nice about the Ench is getting up to that level 12 does severely increase the amount of damage that you deal with that impetus. But not a whole lot of those sort of right-click attack speed items as of yet for the Ench.
I mean, they got the deadly slipper heroes too, right? And the
Yeah.
Weaver and the Slark and the CC is not all there from EG right now. How often have we talked about stuns just winning you some dotes?
So how does Secret actually go high ground, though? It feels like EG have a really good lineup for holding on to it. That Ember Spirit now finishing off the BKB as well.
A lot of it's dependent on Crit, who's now stunned up and arrowed.
Oh, disruption.
Okay.
Fly saving his buddy for a moment. They
He's
need
still
to get
stunned.
out of there. He is done.
Didn't get it
30
in time.
seconds on Silent Bear. TZ blows up one. That's Zai. Already did. Can they find any more? Mid one tries to hide away. They have decided to chase, and Yapzor going to die. Puppey off to the side, able to get himself out. So they do manage to win a quick fight there. Signs of life from EG.
A lot of damage there, not just even Arteezy, right? Got through there with S4 and Sumail, everyone putting their weight into it.
And the biggest thing, no BKBs popped.
That is a very good point. So unfortunately, they couldn't quite get the disruption in time as the arrow had connected. That's why he came out still stunned up there on Crit, but still happy with his trade, I would think. Especially if you give him a little bit more breathing room to get that BKB and more.
Now, they go for the Moonlight Shadow again, but all of the team is not quite there. Secret. Oh, mid one, they spot him. He has to know they spot him, and they jump in, they find the catch, trying to get the kill, but mid one able to jump away just barely. Are you kidding me?
He wasn't even worried. I had no ulti or anything. Just going up. He's like, all right, guys, RP's down.
I mean, the thing is, he had to know that they had vision, so that was, I mean, can we call it a bait? I don't know what to call that.
You ask how they go high ground. That's one way to do it.
Absolutely.
Nisha still has that Aegis.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Living life on the edge,
Great.
flirting with danger.
Great positioning there from Crit. But Secret perhaps considering pushing things up here.
And still 10-second BKBs online for
Aegis,
EG.
a minute left.
Look at those wards.
Yeah, trying everything defensively. Sentries all over the place. Again, a nature of the Moonlight Shadow and the Slark, but once more, GPM talent not there. So hard for a Shadow Demon. He only has boots, wards, smokes, dust, and then just gold for wards.
Interesting, and well, there is going to be a DD down on the bottom side of the map. That one is being saved for the moment.
Man, Nisha is huge right now.
Yeah.
He's ahead of a Midas Slark.
Nisha has definitely proven the haters wrong here in this one.
Does he have haters? He's a pretty nice guy.
That's true. Uh-oh. Yeah, TZ pops the BKB. Nisha already down low with that Soul Catcher, but he backs out afterwards, and with the BKB popped, Secret's cue to back away.
Now, mid one, he's got haters after the first two games. I think his own fans and enemy fans are hating on him. But he's got himself into a butterfly now, so trying to give PA a taste of her own medicine on this one. It's a long while before Arteezy's going to have any sort of an answer to that.
True enough. I mean, if obviously Crit is able to find a big RP or something as that Aegis expires, maybe you can just do it strictly off the cleave damage from the PA, possibly. Did go for the lifesteal talent, but still has Empower. Now, movement out across the map.
They're moving out now, the Aegis is down.
They do spot it. Moonlight Shadow afterwards. There's some sentry wards in the area, so if EG place any, they will get vision. Arrow follow-up, fly there. And testy, tense moment. Top lane, though.
Meanwhile,
What's going on? Yeah. Mid one. Gets the pounce away and gets some damage onto that tower.
they've got S4 up here too in a bit of a precarious spot, but his teammates will approach and back him up.
Nisha thinking about
Mid one and Sumail. Careful now. Yeah, he cannot get pounced.
Yeah, destroys that hero. Puppey in the meantime, the arrow goes in, it's gonna connect, the stun is there afterwards. Nisha thinking about chasing forward, the RP connects, is it good enough target? Zai gets the burrow strike off, will eventually fall, but now Nisha trying to turn on to Arteezy, able to get him away. So Nisha not able to make enough space for Zai to escape. EG still holding on, no BKB pop that time.
Zai is a great target, although of course you'd rather have the Slark and the Weaver. You know that he's one of the heroes right now that's currently helping these lanes stay pushed out for the side of Secret and denying you space to try and farm and try and get yourself back into this game. He also sets up a lot of the stuns for the Ogre, sets up stuff for the Mirana too. So Zai, that leading vision to give Nisha an easy time.
Again, it feels like this game, everything for my carries. S4 going for that solar crest.
Arteezy's gonna run in the mid one here. He's got the BKB and the TP.
Leashed. Thinking about chasing. Does have Phantom Strike away. Arteezy still chased. They're bringing in the Ogre. And not wanting to give up on this one. The BKB TPO mid one just gonna jump through because why not?
He's making the space, you know, trying to make you commit as many resources as possible there. And Fly gonna try and use this opportunity to get some vision down in the top. Sentries, observers, anything to try and create a pick-off moment on that side lane.
And in the meantime, Ember Spirit's been able to build into an Aghanim Scepter. So BKB Ags available,
Yeah.
and Ichi are holding on right now.
It's a scary build though without the 25 talent, right? The earlier the Ags, the less effective it's going to be.
Okay.
Because you don't have that 20 remnant charge restore time. So it's still incredible, of course. It gives you ridiculous range. It gives you good chase potential. If they find this good RP, it's going to be very hard for these hanger-oners of Secret to get away. Probably still possible for someone like Nisha and mid one, but Yapsor, Puppey, Zai could end up being kind of free food here. If they get the initial good start. If the fight starts to look bad for Secret, which is still going to be very difficult to do when they have a 14k lead.
True enough.
They're still going for these bounties.
Root there, onto the Ember. Puppey getting caught for the moment. Zai looking for the catch, and they actually hit that arrow onto Mag. Meanwhile, Sumail's gonna kill off Puppey, still chasing for more.
Gone again.
Zai is dead. Time lapse back the other way, rooted. He's gonna be back, and he might just go down. He's going to fall. EG pull it back again, and they're looking for more. EG find 3. Mid one's gotta run.
That is a great first fight with that Aghanim Scepter. That is the reach that you're talking about there. It gives you a hell of a lot, and we knew it was going to be a dual-core game with these two trying to carry everything, and look at that damage. 7,100 of their 96 coming from the PA and the Ember.
And now moving into Roshan. I mean, these heroes are dead with no buyback, so they can't contest. This is a huge opening for EG. It was at 92% at like 12 minutes.
Oh, 92%. Can I see this after an Aegis? Are we going to start bringing that back down a little bit perhaps? And see Sumail, 12.5k hero damage. Whew, already on the Ember.
So now just a 10,000 net worth lead. But the bigger thing too now is that each year are going to start to claim some of this other gold around the rest of the map. As we see this replay, it was such a spread out fight. And this has got to favor EG.
Yeah, and the spread out, yeah, as you said, it's Zai. He goes in, he thought there was probably going to be more heroes. He also understands how important that crit's going to be, right? Because they know they want that big RP on the mid one or Nisha. Not expecting the damage to come out there, and especially that first hit bash from Arteezy. You're already lucky when you're playing the PA, and rolling the dice results in a victory for him on that one.
Well, Fly definitely feeling the moment right now and feeling like they have the potential to keep this pressure on.
Well, that's for still managing to find an impact too, right? After a very difficult start on the edge. 5-3-5, gets that last impetus touch on Nisha, gets him quite a bit to try and find himself into a BKB, much like his buddies.
So how much does this change the complexion of the game now? Getting the Aegis on EG, PA has it. Are you starting to feel like they're making this comeback work? Like,
I think the fights are still very hard, and there's still a pretty large window, I'd say, for Secret, right? You're getting close to 25 talents now for that Weaver, and we still need that big RP for Crit.
Oh, Zai, gotta be careful. Remnant forward, need to be careful. The arrow hit him! But the save, it's coming out from Fly. He's got his buddy there, and they need to get the heck out. 50 seconds, no Sand King.
They didn't jump in on that arrow, didn't see their moment, and I can't blame them, right? Because they don't see Crit. You can't just follow up on Sumail if you can't find that RP.
And it's feeling like one of those moments against Secret. Maybe this pressure getting them a little bit.
It's weird that we have these 10-second BKBs still, right? Like, the one on mid one, too, just like holding on to it, not finding his moment.
Well, one of the problems with this hero, I mean, the Slark is ridiculously farmed, but it feels like his impact in this game has not been up to that level of farm. Maybe it's just by nature of the hero itself, but another tier 2 tower taken, and this game is almost back to even.
They have the Abyssal.
Yeah.
They were not expecting this to come out this early. They don't have an answer to it. The best they have is the Dark back, but...
And look at the swing back there now, down to 60%.
I think it might go higher.
Yeah.
Because EG, like, one Abyssal on Nisha, he didn't build for this. He has no way to deal with it.
And I mean, you go into like the net worth graph and you just see all of these pips that go back the other direction. Over the past, what's this been? Almost 10 minutes, it's just all been coming up EG, it feels like.
Now, high ground, waiting.
Got
Still
it.
have this Aegis.
They don't have Slark.
Feels reminiscent of a moment last game with Sumail on the Aegis, and they ended up losing it very quickly after Roche. EG want more this time. Oh, the Abyssal!
Jump in, find the Abyssal Blade to start this one off. Can they get the kill? Zai, he's just dead, and no buyback against 60
3 deaths
seconds.
in a row.
He doesn't have an answer. Jump away from Sumail, turn to fight, try and take down Puppey. Can he bring him down in time? No, but Sumail is going to be the one that cleans up. But the stun, they don't have to save. They lose the Ember. Can he run back into this fight, or they just need to escape? It's S4 trying to deal what damage he possibly can. Arteezy has the Swarm on him. They buy back on the Ember Spirit, and Nisha taking a lot of damage. Mid one also under control, but they have the Shadow Dance to run away. Ember Spirit is showing up, though. He's running the long way down.
They don't know how many
And
remnants he has.
The chase.
He's actually running the whole way because he wants to save them, but he didn't pop his BKB. He got caught by the arrow. Excellent play there from Yapzor. But with those buybacks, yeah, he lost 1,600 gold on Sumail, but he's still here, and they're still going to claim your melee racks.
So EG, team to take the first tier 3 tower, and now can clear out the rest of these shrines, try and control the map. I mean, this game is completely turned on its head.
It's hard to believe that Secret are still sitting on that net worth lead here, too. I mean, this is a level 25 Weaver. And he felt like he was so far ahead in this game, and I was just talking about how this Ember was like level 20. He's level 23. He's gonna have that final talent. This Aghanim Scepter gets so absurd, and he's going for the Octarine build.
This game, I don't know how to rate it exactly. It feels like it's just been a complete collapse from Team Secret over the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, the going high ground issues strike again. They couldn't find it, didn't have an Aegis to do it, or they weren't able to at least get up there with it with the Weaver. And now hard to believe that it's EG who draw first blood.
Again, looking at the win probability right now, just again to strike back how big of a turnaround this has been.
It's still holding that 51%. It's like,
Roughly.
not quite. I'm just like, oh no, I'm sure I was right. Oh, it's going back up.
Yeah. Well, 5,000 gold lead still for Team Secret in spite of that. What's the play for them? How do they get their feet back under them in this game?
How much more can mid one and Nisha really do? It feels like you got to start looking to the other players. Zai, for sure, is the big one. He needs to find a way to survive. Simple as that. EG, of course, doing a great job of prioritizing, but Zai's going to be the one to get in there and set those big fights for his team. Probably find Fly with the save, and again, targeting crit, I do still think is a big answer, right? Because Nisha, he needs that next defensive item, whether it's going to be the Scotty or it's going to be the Satanic. He needs to choose something and get there so that he can't just be calmed down in an RP or an Abyssal.
Oh, and you can see also the Blink Dagger picked up for Slark, wanting to get into the thick of things, just to see if they can catch somebody out. He has been very efficient with the Midases, made the investment back 1.4 times because of how early he got it. And now we'll see if he can make something happen here with the Slark still holding on to that BKB. 9 seconds on that one.
And Arteezy now finishing out the Satanic. Sumail getting the Octarine. Arteezy now finally he can head towards that MKB if he wants to have an answer to mid one.
Arrow, there's no follow-up though.
Mid one also doing the same here. So the race to the MKB versus one another as we wait a minute and a half for the next Roche.
Well, Arrow goes out again. Just get some vision down.
Plus 100 untouchable slow. S4, he's found himself some survivability without gold by getting to that talent.
Of course, BKB making that.
Yes, good for the Slark, but the Weaver's still no answer for it other than his Geminate.
Yeah. And EG, it's the play for them. I guess just wait for that next Roshan. Make sure you have vision around the area. So difficult to play around the Slark, though.
Get 25 on PA, too.
You can see the relative value here of the supports Fly.
13 camp stacks, man.
Dude.
EG have that efficiency on lock. Even, look at all the spent on support items, too. Just keeping the sentries all over the map to try and deal with this Slark.
And those camp stack make all the difference in the world, because again, the story of this game is EG just trying to hold off against the pressure that Secret had, and they got their items because of those stacks.
It's 7 wards destroyed on Fly, too, which is shocking considering Secret are the ones with the Slark.
Yes. Well, mid one jumps in, finds the leash. Can they get it in time? Burrow strike through onto Arteezy. RP thinking about it, but they hold on to it for the moment. Mid one down to very low HP.
That's Zai again.
With Zai. He's out of there. Puppey also in trouble, but they get the catch with the RP. But where's the follow-up? Jump forward, find the kill on a Puppey. Mid one also in trouble, trying to get out of there, but another round of the remnants as they chase down the Fishman in the river. You're in my territory now, and the stun, but mid one doesn't want to go back in. There's too much potential for damage. He just wants to try and escape, and that's going to be the blink away.
Jeez. Barely gets out of that one. Still another win there for EG. And narrowly losing their Slark too. That double RP I thought maybe was going to be a sit up there as Crit tried to keep himself alive with it. But RTZ not quite there in time for the follow-up.
And you talked about the need for the levels on Sumail, now 25.
This ability is just absurd. I mean, the charge of sword time, just going to get himself up to 5, and you're not getting away, right? If you start a fight, a secret, you better finish it.
Arteezy going to keep this pressure out again. All of the lanes.
Oh, mid one's going for a courier here.
This would be a nice little pickup for him, but doesn't want to get
how about a big Magnus, too? Keep using that night vision, right? Keeping an eye onto what Crit's up to. Very patient stuff here from mid one as he takes the back line. Maybe he's trying to set a fight.
If he does go on somebody, they have to be able to finish it. Otherwise, essentially, Sumail could run him down. So, mid one.
Playing so aggressively here. Again, he's abusing that vision. Really good stuff here from mid one. He has the protection of his ultimate, knowing when things are looking bad for him.
Does need to be careful, though. It just turned daytime. And now he's in no man's land.
He's got a BKB.
Mid one, they have the disruption afterwards if they want to use it. And S4 also chasing him down. Arteezy looking for the follow-up, gets the blink away. But yeah, the turn today, as well as hiding up on the high ground, a little bit scary there for the Slark.
And it looks like they still get 3 bounty runes despite all that scouting out from mid one too. So EG feeling fine about this. They send Arteezy forward in the blur.
He's not afraid. He jumps forward. He gets the Abyssal Blade mid one, gets the BKB off, trying to run. Doesn't have his ulti for another 30 seconds though. And Arteezy throws a dash. He's able to hit it. Chase forward for more. The impetus shot from downtown tries to find the kill. And Sumail looking for the finish. Another remnant. Damn near in the base.
He's saved.
Looking for more. There's going to be the catch on Anisha the Weaver, trying to run away. And they get the buyback from the Slark and now run out of there. Epicenter for Staff, trying to keep them all survivable. The turnaround, Arteezy almost able to get brought down, but not quite there. Disruption save yet again. They're all super low on EG and they need to run, but Sumail looking to finish this one off possibly as they chase forward for more. They find another kill. Oh! 2 minutes! They did it to him! EG! Secret, and they're making it happen.
The Satanic, it was on cooldown, and he still managed to find that last crit.
Oh, they chase forward, and Evil Genius is now gonna hit the tier 3 towers. They turn forward onto the tier 4.
They're running.
Do you believe in miracles, ladies and gentlemen? EG did it.
Oh, the panel, they better hurry, because that one ended in a flash. EG celebrating in the booth.
Oh, unbelievable. And again, you can't overstate the comeback that they had at around that 20-minute mark. It was so ridiculously high.
And look how much that win means. The family up there as well. The huge sighs of relief, like, oh my God, that was way too close. And they get to bask in the glory of Shanghai. They love EG and they love seeing them win.
Beautiful performance indeed from Evil Genius.